The title of this video is Lower Back Pain, Try These 3 Weird Stretches. And these are 3 kind of out of the box stretches that I actually do when I feel lower back pain creeping up, and 3 things I wish I knew when I was in the lower back dark ages and trenches. And a little about me and my story. I had lower back pain that was absolutely crippling and debilitating for 4 years. Around 2.5, 3 years ago, I finally figured it out after talking to tons of experts, doing my own research, and basically giving up on the whole system. And that's when I started spreading the message on this journey and how you also can fix the muscles and fix the pain, because I believe that almost every case of lower back pain can be solved by that mantra. All right, here is the first stretch. I don't have a name for this one, but I have found it to help absolutely wonders in me and other people I've helped with lower back pain. For some reason, stretching these upper hamstrings and glutes in this position, one leg at a time, just does wonders for opening up your hips and lower back. Like, one thing you'll know if you really are in the lower back trenches is that you probably experience a lot of stiffness and spasming. And one thing you need to do is open up the muscles in some capacity. Like, a lot of times what you'll need is a deep tissue massage followed by a stretch just to break up the muscles and finally get a little bit of relief from all the strain that they're just putting on your lower back. But this exercise here is one that I found pretty much everybody can do pain-free and really push to get length and relief in their muscles. And the main reason being is we're working one leg at a time, so we can keep one leg back and keep the lower back relatively neutral so it's not gonna freak out and spaz at us. And also, we can put so much strain and load on our upper hamstrings and lower glute in this position. And opening up these muscles is gonna do so much. It's gonna help our pelvis and lower back sit in better alignment. It's gonna allow us to sit with better posture because our pelvis and lower back are in better alignment. And it's gonna help us bend over easier and pick anything up off the ground or tie our shoes or lift a weight without putting as much strain on the lower back. And this is even one I'll do as a warm-up or a post-activity move today, because it's so potent and it's so powerful and just easy to do anywhere. Anywhere you see a stair or a bench or a couch or a chair or anything, you can just throw your leg up and start doing this. Really, the goal in this exercise and where you're gonna get the most out of it is really focus on getting as much length in the muscle as possible. Like, really just focus for 30 seconds and try to feel the deepest stretch you've ever felt. And one cue that really helps this is using the flossing technique. So this is kind of like a pulsating motion going in and out of the stretch. So instead of just static stretching, sitting in the same position for 30 seconds, letting it get easier as the time goes on, we want to keep strain and force high the entire time. And to do this, we want to keep pulsing and pulsing and keep trying to get deeper and deeper and deeper so that you're more flexible by the end of the stretch. And yes, day to day, you're going to lose a little bit of that flexibility that you just gained. When you accumulate reps done in the stretch over time, like, that length starts to build and it starts to stay there, and then you start to walk around with it, and then you start to walk around with less lower back strain and pain, and you feel way better. So that's stretch 1. Seriously, try it out. I don't think it's a risk to anybody, and I think the upside is huge. Stretch 2 is going to be a posture back opener. Again, I don't have a name for this. These are stretches that I've just found and done that help me and have helped other people just from trial and error. So why I think this helps so much is that we live in an absolute posture epidemic, and every inch that our head and shoulders are forward puts so much excess strain on the lower back. Like, so to illustrate this, you can picture your head like a bowling ball. It's about the same weight. And if you're holding a bowling ball in your hand right here, it's not that hard. But if you put your hand out like this and you still try to hold the bowling ball, it's a lot harder. There's a lot more torque on the shoulder. And the same phenomenon is going on with your head and your neck and your lower back. Like, all of it has to hold your upper spine and your body together. So the further forward your head and shoulders are, the more torque and strain are on your lower back. And this exercise helps undo that. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna sit in this position for 20 deep breaths. And it's gonna be uncomfortable and it might hurt. And you might complain that your neck feels a little weird, but if you can power through and get your 20 deep belly breaths that are not forced or rushed, but slow, controlled, and deep, like, your posture is gonna start to correct after just one set of this, and your lower back's gonna have less strain immediately. So yeah, I found this one really helps a lot. I honestly do it more for the posture benefits and less for lower back pain today, but if I knew this back in my lower back pain dark ages, this would have helped fast track my progress by quite a bit. And the last stretch is the cat camel. And the goal of this one is to mobilize and open the mid back, because the more mobilization you can put into the mid back, the less strain and pressure is placed on the lower back. So if you can open up your thoracic vertebrae, which are vertebrae with ribs, so T1 to T12, which are above L1 to L5. If you can open up these thoracic vertebrae and they can move when you go to reach for something or when you go to bend over, your lumbar vertebrae don't have to strain and have so much pressure on them all the time. And the cat camel is a great way to mobilize them and get them used to moving instead of your poor lumbar lower back vertebrae. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get on all fours and then slowly work into the cat, which is the back arch position, and the camel, which is the back rounded position, and really try to force your lower back's mobility in each position. It honestly really helps if you have a buddy or a partner or a spouse. Push your lower back further in during the back arch position. Like, obviously tell them not to jerk and like proceed with caution. Like, I find it feels really good and therapeutic if like a 200-pound person puts almost all their weight on my mid to upper back here and helps force my posture into even better alignment. I used the buddy version of this in my rhomboid pain video, so check that out if you do have mid back pain. You can also do it on a couch, and I'll overlay the clip here so you can see what that's like. But yeah, those are my 3 less popular stretches that I don't see too often that really helped me with my lower back pain relief and have helped a lot of other people I've talked to. The first stretch, the single leg hamstring glute opener. The second stretch, the posture mid back opener, and then the cat cow. All of them you can do at home for free. If you do these 3 exercises diligently and focused in a 2-round circuit, I'd honestly be shocked if you didn't feel lower back pain relief right after you were done. Just biomechanically, by the nature of these movements, you will have less pressure on your lower back if you do these exercises right. Thanks for watching. If you resonate with the mission of fixing the muscles, fixing the pain, and you enjoyed this content, consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one.